हेलो स्टूडेंट्स। और आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे एक इम्पोर्टेंट चैप्टर क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशंस। सो फर्स्ट लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज द स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म ऑफ क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन। स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म ऑफ क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. In this equation, a is not equal to 0 and a, b, c belongs to real numbers. If a is equal to 0, then it is no more a quadratic equation because the term of x square is no more there. Its coefficient is 0 and then it becomes a linear or constant value. So the coefficient of x square should not be equal to 0. एक्स स्क्वायर का कोफिशिएंट जीरो नहीं होना चाहिए क्वाड्रेटिक के लिए, क्योंकि हाईएस्ट एक्सपोनेंट इस इक्वेशन में 2 है और उसका कोफिशिएंट जीरो नहीं होना चाहिए। नाउ एग्जांपल्स आई राइट हियर 2x स्क्वायर प्लस x प्लस 5. दिस इज इन द फॉर्म ax square plus bx plus c and the coefficient of x square is 2, coefficient of x is 1 and this constant value is 5. These are real numbers, so this is an example of quadratic equation. Values of b and c can be 0 but a is not equal to 0. Now I will tell you roots or zeros of a quadratic equation. Roots or zeros. So roots or zeros are the of a quadratic equation are the real values of x which makes it equal to 0. Because we are considering only real zeros in class 10th. So all those values of x which makes the quadratic equation equal to 0 are known as the zeros or roots of the quadratic equation. To illustrate this, let us consider an example. For example, if we have a quadratic equation x square minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. Now, if I put x is equal to 2 here, then 2 square putting x equal to 2. 2 square minus 5 into 2 plus 6. That is 2 square is 4 minus 10 plus 6 which is equal to 0. So this value makes this quadratic equation or this value satisfied this equation. Therefore it is a root or 0 of the quadratic equation. So this root I have got by hit and trial method. Similarly, if I put x equal to 1, then 1 square is 1 minus 5 plus 6, 7 minus 5. 7 minus 5 is 2, not satisfying the equation. So x is equal to 1 is not a 0 of this equation. Now if I put x is equal to 3 here, then the left hand side of this equation becomes 3 square minus 5 into 3 plus 6. 3 square is 9 minus 15 plus 6. 15 minus 15 is equal to 0. So this value x equal to 3 also satisfies the quadratic equation. So I have got the two values x equal to 2 or x equal to 3 which satisfy this equation x square minus 5x plus 6. So these are the two zeros of this quadratic equation. So you can say the zeros of a quadratic equation is a real value which satisfies the quadratic equation. Now, a quadratic equation can have at most two real zeros. At most two real zeros. It can have a quadratic equation can have at most two real zeros. Why we are using the word at most? Because there can be two same values, that is at one real zero. There can be no real value which satisfies the equation. In that case, no real zero. And there can be two real values which satisfy the equation. Then in that case, it has two real zeros. So the quadratic equation can have no real zero, one real zero, or two real zeros. So we can say a quadratic equation can have at most two real zeros. Now I will tell you how to solve a quadratic equation. To solve a quadratic equation. Solution of a quadratic equation means we want to find the zeros or roots of the quadratic equation. Means those values of x which satisfies the equation. So for solving the quadratic equation there are two methods. Number one, factorization method. And second method is by using quadratic formula. Or this is also known as Sridharacharya method. So first method is factorization method. In the factorization method, we find the factors of the quadratic. Now I will consider some of the quadratic equations and I will solve them by factorization method. So let us solve the quadratic equation using factorization method. Now let us solve some equations, quadratic equations using factorization method. First is 16x minus 10 upon x is equal to 27. So let us take the LCM. LCM is x here, and then we get here 16x square minus 10 is equal to 27. On taking the LCM and simplifying it, this implies that 16x square minus 10 is equal to 27x. Now transposing this to the other side, 16x square minus 27x minus 10 is equal to 0. By solving the quadratic equation using factorization method, we find the product of the coefficient of x square and the constant term. This product is 16 and minus 10 is negative. 16 into minus 10, the product is minus 160, that is. Now let us find the factors of 160. If the product is negative, we write the middle term as the difference of two numbers. If the product is positive, we write the middle number, this middle value, as the sum of two numbers. So here the product is negative, so we will find two numbers such that their difference is 27. So let us factorize to find, search for those numbers. Let us factorize 116 to 80, then again to 40, to 20, to 10, and then to 5 times 5, 1. Now we will form the different pairs. इसके हम बहुत different pairs बनाएंगे. So keeping this number separate, 2, and then multiplying the remaining factors, 2 into 4 to 8, 16, 80. So the first pair is 2, 80. Second, consider 2 here, 2 and 2, 4, and the remaining product 2 to the 4 to the 8, 5 ja 40. So 4, 40. Third pair 2 to the 4 to the 8, and the remaining 2 to the 4, 5 ja 20. Fourth pair 2 to the 4 to the 8 to the 16, and 2 into 5 into 1, that is 10, 16 and 10. Then next pair 2 to the 4, 5 ja 20, and 2 to the 4 to the 8. 20 and 8, we have already got 20 and 8. Now the other pair 2 to the 4 to the 8 to the 16, 32 and 5. Next pair taking 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 2 to the 4 to the 8 to the 16 to the 32, 160 and 1. So I have got the different number of pairs whose product is 160. Now I will search for a pair whose difference is this middle value 27. So the here first, second, third field, fourth field, difference of 32 and 5 is 27. Because the product is negative, so I will write this middle number as the difference of two numbers, and those numbers are these 32 and 5. So I can write here 16x square minus sign, we will keep it as it is, and then 27, I will write 32 minus 5 into x minus 10 is equal to 0. Now if I simplify it further, 16x square minus 32x, and this minus and minus is plus 5x minus 10 is equal to 0. Now from the first two terms, I can take 16x as common, and then x from the first term and 2x minus 2. And from the remaining two terms plus 5 I can take as common, x minus 2 is equal to 0. That is, I get x minus 2 into 16x plus 5 equal to 0. So I have factorized the left hand side. Now the product of two values is equal to 0. So either the first value is 0 or the second value is 0. So I can write this is equal to x minus 2 equal to 0 or 16x plus 5 equal to 0. So this gives x equal to 2 or 16x plus 5 equal to 0 means that 16x is equal to minus 5, which implies that x is equal to minus 5 upon 16. So we can say the two zeros of this quadratic equation are either x equal to 2 or x equal to minus 15 upon minus 5 upon 16. So in this way we can find the zeros using factorization. और अब हम एक और एग्जांपल लेंगे जिसमें कि एक्स स्क्वायर के कोफिशिएंट और कांस्टेंट टर्म का प्रोडक्ट पॉजिटिव है. सो लेट अस कंसीडर दिस quadratic equation x square minus 14x plus 24 is equal to 0, and let us solve it using factorization method. So coefficient of x square is 1 and the constant term is 24, product is plus 24, product is positive here. If the product is positive, then I will write this number 14 as a sum of two numbers such that the sum is equal to 14 and the product is equal to 24. So for that let us factorize 24. 24 2 12 times, 2 6 times, 2 3 times, 3 1 is 3. Now let us make the pairs. Keep this number separate. 2. Multiply rest of the numbers. 2 to the 4, 3 is 12 into 1, that is 12. 2 comma 12. Second, 2 to the 4 and then 2 3 is 6. 4 comma 6. Then 2 to the 4 to the 8 and 3. 2 to the 4 to the 8 here 24 and 1. Now I will search for the pair whose sum is equal to 14, and that pair we have got. This is the pair whose sum is equal to 14. So I will write x square minus this number as the sum of the two numbers, that is 2 plus 12 into x plus 24. So when we have the product as negative as it was in the first case, then we write the middle term as the difference of the numbers, and when the product is positive we write the middle number as the sum of the two numbers such that sum is the middle number and the product is equal to the product of coefficient of x square and constant term. So this is 12 plus 2 is 14 and the product is 12 into 2 is 24. In case of negative product, we take it as the difference. Now let us solve it further. So x square minus 2x minus 12x plus 24 equal to 0. Why this minus sign? Because outside the bracket we have negative. So negative positive is negative, negative positive is negative. Now from the first two terms, I can take x as common. So if I take x as common, x minus 2. And here, if I have to keep x as positive because x is positive here. So I will take minus 12 as common. अगर हम minus 12 लेंगे तो ये टर्म आपका x और माइनस साइन लेंगे तो प्लस becomes minus 2 equal to 0. You can check here minus plus minus and minus into minus is plus. Now which factor is common? X minus 2. So x minus 2 into x minus 12 is equal to 0. This implies that x minus 2 is equal to 0 or x minus 12 is equal to 0. If the product of two linear factor equal to 0, either the first is 0 or the second is 0. So this gives us x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 12. So these are the values of x which satisfies this equation, and these are known as the roots or zeros of the quadratic equation. Some more factorization questions I will solve in the next part. Thank you students. Like and subscribe my channel for new videos and see some more questions on factorization and quadratic formula in the next part.